Mitakai Oasin. I want to talk further about things that I read on social media, not just posts out of public, but sometimes things that are addressed directly toward me. But before I do that, hey, my Spider-Man shirt. I'm happy because I hadn't worn it in a couple weeks and it really wasn't registering on me. But last night I noticed that it had slipped off the hanger. It was sitting on the floor of my closet and some other clothes had been thrown on top of it and I found it again. So now I can get back to my quasi cosplay. Sometimes it's really easy to please me. I recently, just last night, I posted that in the history of the internet since Al Gore founded it in 1974, and of course, I don't know if anyone picked up on this, but tongue-in-cheek, Al Gore did not found the internet, although he sort of kind of made a claim that he did. And 1974, there's a whole bunch of numbers, whole raft of different dates of when, quote, the internet or the idea of sharing things, sharing data over a computer network, especially internationally, became a thing. But 1974, and I said that in the entire history, it's never been used for good until now. And then I had a picture or a photo from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because it's a really good film, guys. It's so much better than the theatrical cut of Justice League that was in the theaters. This is an amazing film. And I figured that to be a good thing. But you know what? Then I started reading that the fan drive, the fan petition to get this made included a lot of toxic fans that that were bullying and harassing and used profanity and just generally not nice. So it's kind of making me wonder, as a fan of Snyder, as a fan of DC Comics, I saw the end result as good, but do the ends actually justify these means? Do these means justify these ends? That becomes a gray area. People tend to write on social media, and I'm saying right now that I'm guilty of it myself. I was guilty of it last night, that they tend to write in extremes. They tend to write in absolutes, that this is a moral absolute. And I've always prided myself that the only moral absolute should be love. And to get to that point, what I consider my categorical imperative of love, to get to that point, I'm willing to and eagerly examine all sides of any issue. But I didn't last night because I was nerding out as a Snyder and DC fan. Another post recently, I had a post critical of the Coca-Cola's Be Less White initiative, anti-racist training. And my concern with it is that being less white includes being less oppressive, I think less aggressive, being more humble, and a number of other bullet points. But the idea is that that if you are white, then you can't help but be oppressive. If you're white, you can't help but not be humble. And the best that anyone can hope for is that we become less of that, which is absolutely absurd. It's absolutely it's absolutely ethnic and cultural profiling. And somebody wrote to me that that was a racist post by me decrying the bigotry inherent in the post, that it was, quote unquote, racist. Moral absolutes. The anti-racism training was presented as a moral absolute. White people bad. Best we can do is white people become less bad. And because I challenged that, then that makes, well, I appreciate that the person didn't say that I was racist, but that the post was racist. It just, and I defended myself. I'm not going to apologize for something that I don't see, that I know is not wrong. I'm not going to apologize for seeking truth. Social media is all about these moral absolutes and these ethical absolutes, and defending your point of view, standing your ground, and forcing the other person to concede ground. Got a little bit of a problem with that. I'll talk to you about it more. Peace, Four Fingers.